KREM 2 News 10 at 10 begins now with Mark Hanrahan and Jeremy Legoo.
After days under level 3 evacuation, the dust is starting to clear for the community of Julietta. The Gwen fire swept through the area, taking with it homes and a local business. Good evening and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News 10 at 10. Those evacuations have all been dropped to level 1 as crews work to contain the nearly 30,000 acre fire. We just learned from the Idaho Department of Lands it is now 65% contained, but Coulter's Creek Winery announced this week the damage they suffered was too great. KREM 2's Connor McAvoy spoke with one of the owners who says they are closing down for good.
Remains of the fire are still not extinguished.
We knew it was a possibility at some point for anywhere that you are, just never thought it would happen to us.
Melissa Sanborn's owned Coulter's Creek Winery in Julietta for nearly 18 years and has never had a fire hit her so close to home.
The fires kind of started building and coming this way as the winds picked up. It got really windy. And our staff let us know around noon, started sending us photos and letting us know what was going on.
The Gwen fire, located south of Julietta, burned an estimated 28,000 acres according to the Idaho Department of Lands so far, and is still working to be fully contained, destroying Sanborn's winery to a point of no return.
The whole thing's going to have to be demoed. The fire started on the south end of the building, what we think is the production area and our crush pad.
Burned up wine bottles, barrels, and a couple of cars were taken out from the fire, destroying an estimated 20,000 gallons of product, as Sanborn waits to meet with her insurers to assess. A difficult meeting as she's planning next steps.
Our biggest thing is we're going to sell what little inventory we have left up in our tasting room in Moscow. All those funds will go directly to our employees.
Employees who are looking for new work as the winery itself has to shut down for good.
There's no wine to sell. We'll sell what little we have left and try to generate enough to keep them funded for as long as possible.
For the Sanborn family, they say they have the resources to move on from the winery and are using what they have left to give back, what the winery's been doing since before the fire.
We've been down here digesting this for a few days. It's like we need to just slow down and take this day by day.
In Julietta, Connor McAvoy, KREM 2 News.
Now to our forecast, we are issuing a KREM 2 weather impact alert for the next few days as triple-digit temperatures move in. Chief Meteorologist Jeremy Legoo joining us now from the Weather Center with what we can expect.
Well, starting tomorrow, we're talking temperatures near or in the triple digits across much of the inland Northwest, and it looks like they stay there for just about the foreseeable future. When it comes to our overall weather pattern, it is hot enough that the National Weather Service has issued excessive heat warnings and heat advisories. Those run from tomorrow through Saturday evening for temperatures so hot it is dangerous. In those heat advisories, it's temperatures from 90 to 104, and then in your heat warnings, that's temperatures from 96 to 108. It is going to be that kind of hot, but it all has already started. 80 degrees is where we sit at 10 p.m. And across much of the region, its temperatures much warmer than they should be. You want cool spots? Deer Park, Sandpoint, down in the 60s, but temperatures are quite warm here in Spokane. We'll cool down to near 60 degrees, but look at how quickly we warm up tomorrow. Temperatures in the 80s by likely the 10 o'clock hour. Overall, it's looking quite warm. 98 tomorrow afternoon, 104 on Friday. 99 on Saturday, and staying warm for most of next week.
All right, Jeremy, thank you very much. We'll check back in with you later in the show. As we enter another stretch of weather impact alerts, we are tracking several wildfires across our region. Just this morning, all evacuations for the Road 20 fire near Soap Lake were lifted. The Grant County Sheriff's Office arrested a suspect for first-degree reckless burning. The Sheriff's Office says the charge is first degree because of the amount of lost property and because someone was seriously injured in the fire. It sparked quickly last night, prompting level 2 and 3 evacuations. That fire destroyed at least 4 cars, 4 RVs, and 7 outbuildings. Meantime, level 1 get ready and level 2 get set evacuation still in place for the Lower Granite fire near Pomeroy. That fire started Monday. It's burned more than 14,000 acres and is 50% contained at this hour. Level 3 go now evacuations for the Swawilla fire are still in place for the town of Keller. That is according to DNR. The 47,000 acre fire is now 45% contained. According to DNR, the Keller Ferry is only open to those who live in the area or those who need to evacuate. Well, check this out. Just some heart-stopping video. A rock slide on a road on the south shore of Lake Chelan. Lauren Paul Stalker tells us he was driving his tow truck to the state park when the slide happened just before 10 this morning. He says a truck in front of him was almost hit.
And they were just kind of caught in the middle of it, and so they floored it and were able to get out. And I remember seeing through the dust clouds just like a basketball-sized boulder coming down, bouncing off the hill, and it barely missed their truck.
2 other cars were able to stop before the slide. WashDOT says these types of slides happen all the time. New tonight, the Northern Lakes Fire District in Hayden is asking for community support on a $3.5 million levy. According to the district, the temporary levy would help them reduce response times and improve firefighter safety. If approved, rates for homes valued at more than $540,000 would increase from about $21 per month to about $33. That's roughly an $11 monthly increase. The district will be holding town hall meetings, dates to be announced for anyone with questions. Also asking for help, Spokane County Fire District 9. They are hoping voters will pass a maintenance and operations levy during August's primary after it failed back in April. We spoke with the assistant fire chief this weekend, and he told us they need the money to do their jobs. You can watch that full story on our website right now. It's KREM.com. And now to our night beat with a quick look at the day's top stories. A Pullman father suspected of kidnapping his 2-year-old daughter was booked into the Whitman County Jail today. Aaron Ong is now facing international kidnapping charges. He was arrested in Mexico earlier this month with his daughter and his fiancée, 1 month after skipping a custody exchange. His fiancée, Nadia Cole, is not facing any charges at this time. We learned more today about the training and boarding facility Faithful Canine in Coeur d'Alene. It closed recently after a family's dog was returned to them near death. According to a 16-page report obtained by KREM 2, this is not the first time animal control officers dealt with abuse calls at this facility. The report details dogs left unsupervised outside in the heat where the ground temperature reached 119 degrees in places. In fact, some dogs were digging holes to find cooler ground. That family we talked with said their dog, Bellatrix, died shortly after, and they're now wondering how this could have happened at all.
To wait so long to where it's just too late, I don't understand what they were thinking. Definitely would like someone to be held accountable for the neglect.
Animal Control recommended half a dozen charges against Faithful Canine's employees, saying conditions showed a lack of care that resulted in Bellatrix's death. The man arrested after a Northeast Spokane SWAT standoff last night appeared in court today. According to court documents, 58-year-old Randall Bushell drove up to a woman sitting in her car and fired at her with a shotgun. The woman said she ducked and was not hit. Bushell was arrested after a 6-hour standoff near Minnehaha Park. He is facing multiple charges, including first-degree assault and drive-by shooting. His bond is set at $300,000. And that was your night beat. To learn more about any of these stories, just head to our website, KREM.com.
She was always of Indian heritage, and she was only promoting Indian heritage. I didn't know she was black until a number of years ago when she happened to turn black, and now she wants to be known as black.
Former President Donald Trump made a contentious appearance at the National Association of Black Journalists in Chicago today, during which he questioned Vice President Kamala Harris's racial identity. Harris is the daughter of a Jamaican father and Indian mother. She attended a historically black college and addressed Trump's comments before a historically black sorority in Houston.
The divisiveness and the disrespect. The American people deserve better.
Went on to hold a campaign rally in Pennsylvania, the same state a shooter made an attempt at his life 18 days ago. Meantime, Harris is still interviewing potential vice president contenders. In other national news, the Department of Defense says the man accused of plotting the September 11th attacks has agreed to a plea deal. The deal means that Khalid Sheikh Mohammed will escape the death penalty. In exchange, he'd plead guilty and spend the rest of his life in prison. Sheikh Mohammed, a U.S.-educated engineer, was accused of coming up with the idea of flying hijacked airplanes into buildings. The attack killed nearly 3,000 people. He has been in custody for 21 years at Guantanamo Bay. And that was your KREM 2 News 10 at 10, where you get more news in less time.